Urgent! Dirty Birds fan, look at what just happened. Nobody saw this coming, huh? But first, make sure to subscribe to the channel because we bring you daily videos with the latest Dirty Birds news. And don't forget to turn on notifications so you don't miss anything. Falcons could make franchise history in the 2025 NFL Draft. For the first time in Terry Fontenot's tenure, he's not picking within the first 8 selections of the NFL Draft, with the Falcons owning the 15th pick. As of now, Atlanta only has 5 picks. Among other reasons, many analysts have pointed out that the Falcons are prime candidates to trade back to acquire more picks because of that little draft capital. This cycle has also been dubbed a starter class, one with few stars and a ton of starters. Albert Breer even went as far as to call the difference between picks 5 and 15 or even 4 and 20 not large enough to warrant a trade up the board. One thing that's real obvious, going to be very difficult to trade down for teams in the top 10 this year. Lots of teams in that range would like to, but with a class where the difference between 5 and 15 or even 4 and 20 is negligible, tough to see what teams would come up for, Breer tweeted. So there's a real reason to believe the Falcons could trade out of their first-round pick for the first. Time under Terry Fontenot, but if he doesn't, the team will make history. I'm not quite sure it's the good kind of history, though. If the Falcons only make the 5 selections they currently own, it will match the lowest mark the team has ever made, matching the 2006 5-player draft class. That cycle featured second-round 37th pick, Jimmy Williams third-round 79th pick Jarius, Norwood 5th round, 139th pick, Quinn Ojenica 6th round, 184th pick, Adam Jennings 7th round, 223rd pick. DJ Shockley, here is where the Falcons are picking this year first round. Pick number 15 second round, pick number 46 fourth round, pick number 118 7th round, pick number 218 7th round, pick number 252. There's more value in the 2025 cycle, but only having 2 top 100 picks isn't ideal. If Terry Fontenot can move back without losing too much value from a prospect standpoint, it would greatly benefit Atlanta's 2025 team. Pausing this news, just to say that if you want YouTube to keep recommending the latest Dirty Birds news to you, it's very important that you leave a like on this video. Thanks. Now let's get back to the news. Report Seahawks open to trading. QB Sam Howell, interest from multiple teams, while the Pittsburgh Steelers have their eyes set on the 2025 draft. Class and remain hopeful to sign QB Aaron Rodgers. There's another veteran who could be in play. The Seattle Seahawks have placed QB Sam Howell on the trade block, according to ESPN's Jeremy Fowler and Brady Henderson. Per their report, the Seahawks are open to trading Sam Howell and have received inquiries from teams interested in acquiring. Their backup quarterback sources have told ESPN, part of a historically bad 2022 draft class, Howell lasted until the 5th round when the Washington Commanders made him the 144th overall pick. He started all 17 games in 2023 but struggled, throwing as many interceptions as touchdowns, 21 apiece. A pass-happy team and poor offensive line did him no favors, sacked a league-high 65 times as the Commanders floundered to a 413 finish. Shortly before drafting Jaden Daniels number 2 overall in 2024, Washington traded Howell to Seattle. The Commanders sent Howell, a 4th and 6th rounder, to the Seahawks for 3rd and 5th round selections. Howell spent the season backing up Geno Smith in Seattle. He appeared in 2 games, going 5-of-14 for 24 yards and an interception. Even across just 25 snaps, he was sacked 4 times. Pittsburgh did extensive homework on Howell as part of their search for a quarterback in 2022. He was one of 6 quarterbacks to visit the Steelers for a pre-draft visit, and the team held a formal meeting with him at the Combine. The team also heavily attended his pro day, though the personnel members are largely gone. GM Kevin Colbert, OC Matt Canada, and scouting coordinator Brandon Hunt all made the trip. None are with the team in their current roles. Ultimately, Pittsburgh stayed local and selected Pitt Panthers QB Kenny Pickett as the first quarterback selected in the draft. It's also interesting that Howell had a pre-draft visit with the Atlanta Falcons when Steelers offensive coordinator Arthur Smith served as the Falcons head coach. Smith also attended Howell's pro day workout, though it's worth noting Smith is a North Carolina grad. The Falcons selected Cincinnati's Desmond Ridder in the 3rd round instead. In 2023, Howell fired 3 touchdowns against Smith's Falcons in a 24-16 Washington win. Prior to the game, Smith praised Howell's toughness. "I think Sam Howell has done a good job in there," Smith said at the time. "You know what the numbers are. Hell's tougher than hell. I think he's very accurate, but hell sit in there. You have to respect that." While Howell's value is minimal, he's still just 24 years old and has experience with dots to connect back to Pittsburgh. Still on a cheap rookie contract, he could be of interest to the Steelers for a late and possibly conditional pick. His career has been poor, but there's apparently some NFL interest. We'll see if Pittsburgh is among the teams giving Seahawks GM John Schneider a call. Pelissero Falcons not showing urgency to trade. Kirk Cousins with the NFL draft less than a week away. It doesn't seem like Aaron Rodgers is close to making a decision. That might mean the Pittsburgh Steelers need to go in a different direction. Under center, they can only wait for so long, and it sounds like Rodgers isn't sure when or if he'll return to football. Kirk Cousins could be a target for the Steelers if they pivot away from Rodgers. However, NFL Network insider Tom Pelissero revealed Friday that a deal for Cousins could be complicated. "I would not anticipate that Kirk Cousins would waive his note raid clause to go anywhere until Friday, probably Saturday, of draft week, just to avoid a similar situation that he had a year ago," Pelissero said on The Rich Eisen Show. "From talking to a number of different people, I don't get the sense that the Falcons are displaying any level of urgency about making a move. They're not intentionally, deliberately making many types of calls trying to shop Kirk Cousins. They're not pushing forward and saying, hey, you know what? We will eat a lot of the money here." To this point, they've wanted a new team to pick up a good chunk of that $27.5 million that Cousins is fully guaranteed this season on top of the $10 million guarantee in 2026 that's subject to offsets and give up a mid-round pick. Cousins' massive deal might be the biggest obstacle in the way of the Steelers trading for him. They likely don't want to invest that much time or money in him. He's not the same player he once was. Last year, coming off an Achilles injury, Cousins started 14 games. He threw for 3,508 yards, 18 touchdowns, and 16 interceptions. An ugly stat line. Giving up a mid-round pick for him might be too much at his price tag, and it doesn't feel like trading for Cousins is a good idea for the Steelers. However, if the Falcons' asking price comes down, maybe the Steelers could be more interested. Although he isn't the same player, Cousins could still be better than the other quarterbacks available. The other issue could be if the Steelers draft a quarterback in the first round. According to Pelissero, Cousins would likely balk at going to a team that takes a signal caller in round 1. The Falcons did that last year, and it seemed to frustrate Cousins. It sounds like he wants to be a starting quarterback somewhere. Maybe he wouldn't waive his new not raid clause if the Steelers draft a quarterback. Whatever happens, it doesn't sound like a Cousins trade is coming anytime soon. The Steelers might have to wait for the Falcons' asking price to come down. That could leave them in a similar situation that they're in with Rodgers now. There have been reports that the Steelers aren't very interested in Cousins either. Pittsburgh could be better off sticking with Mason Rudolph or drafting a quarterback high, ranking 10 greatest Atlanta Falcons of all time, even void of a super. Bold title: The Falcons have a history full of notable players. The Atlanta Falcons, established in 1965, have had their share of ups and downs throughout their long history, but they've also had some remarkable players who left an indelible mark on the franchise. In the list below, we'll rank the top 10 players in the team's history, those of which you're very likely to find hanging up in the rafters of the Falcons' home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. These are players who not only accrued numerous records and awards, they also left a lasting impact on the team. As the Falcons prepare for the 2025 NFL Draft, let's take a look at the best players the Falcons have had to offer in their history. 10. Steve Bartkowski, 1975-1985. Steve Bartkowski was the first overall pick in the 1975 NFL Draft and quickly became the face of the Falcons franchise. As the team's starting quarterback for over a decade, Bartkowski led the Falcons to their first playoff victory and set numerous passing records at the time. A two-time Pro Bowler, Bartkowski's strong arm and leadership were pivotal in elevating the Falcons during the late 1970s and early 1980s. Bartkowski's tenure with the Falcons was marked by resilience and determination. Despite numerous injuries, he consistently demonstrated his ability to perform at a high level. Bartkowski's best seasons came in 1980 and 1981, where he led the league in touchdown passes and guided the Falcons to the playoffs. His legacy includes being the first Falcons quarterback to throw for more than 30 touchdowns in a season, a record that stood for decades. 9. Michael Vick, 2000-2006. Michael Vick revolutionized the quarterback position with his unparalleled athleticism and arm strength. The first quarterback to rush for more than 1,000 yards in a season, Vick was a 3-time Pro Bowler with the Falcons. Despite a controversial career, Vick's impact on the game and the excitement he brought to the field remain unforgettable. Vick's ability to make plays with both his arm and his legs made him one of the most dynamic and entertaining players in NFL history. His ability to evade defenders and create big plays out of seemingly impossible situations thrilled fans and gave the Falcons an edge on offense. Vick's tenure with the Falcons was marked by both incredible highs and significant lows, but his influence on the team and the quarterback position is undeniable. He would likely be much higher on this list if not for what caused his inevitable exit due to legal troubles. 8. Jamal Anderson, 1994-2001. Jamal Anderson, known for his Dirty Bird dance, was the heart and soul of the Falcons' offense in the late 1990s. In 1998, he rushed for 1,146 yards and led the Falcons to their first Super Bowl appearance. A Pro Bowler and All-Pro, Anderson's bruising running style and infectious enthusiasm left a lasting legacy. Anderson's 1998 season remains one of the greatest in NFL history for a running back. His ability to carry the load for the Falcons' offense and perform at a high level in critical games was instrumental in the team's success that year. Anderson's personality and charisma made him a fan favorite, and his Dirty Bird dance became a symbol of the Falcons' swagger during their Super Bowl run. Despite injuries cutting his career short, Anderson's impact on the franchise is still felt today. 7. Jeff Van Note, 1969-1986. Jeff Van Note's 18-year career with the Falcons is a testament to his durability and skill. A 6-time Pro Bowler, Van Note played center and was the anchor of the offensive line for nearly 2 decades. His longevity and consistent high-level play made him one of the most respected linemen of his era. Van Note's leadership on the offensive line was crucial in providing stability and protection for the Falcons' quarterbacks and running backs. His ability to adapt to different coaching styles and offensive schemes over his long career is a testament to his football intelligence and versatility. Van Note's dedication to the Falcons and his exemplary career earned him a place in the team's Ring of Honor, solidifying his status as one of the greatest players in franchise history. 6. Jesse Tuggle, 1987-2000. Known as the Hammer, Jesse Tuggle was a tackling machine at linebacker. A 5-time Pro Bowler, Tuggle is the Falcons' all-time leader in tackles. His relentless work ethic and leadership on and off the field made him a cornerstone of the Falcons' defense for 14 seasons. Tuggle's impact on the Falcons' defense was immense. His ability to diagnose plays and make tackles all over the field made him a feared opponent. Tuggle's leadership extended beyond his on-field performance, as he was a mentor to younger players and a respected voice in the locker room. His contributions to the team were recognized with his induction into the Falcons' Ring of Honor, and his legacy as one of the franchise's greatest defenders is unquestioned. 5. Claude Humphrey, 1968-1978. Claude Humphrey was one of the most dominant pass rushers of his time. An original member of the Falcons, Humphrey was a 6-time Pro Bowler and a 5-time All-Pro. He recorded 126 5-sacks in his career and was inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame in 2014. Humphrey's ability to disrupt opposing offenses was unparalleled. Humphrey's presence on the defensive line was a game-changer for the Falcons. His speed, strength, and technique made him a nightmare for opposing quarterbacks. Humphrey's consistency and ability to perform at a high level throughout his career earned him numerous accolades and respect from his peers. His induction into the Hall of Fame was a fitting recognition of his contributions to the game and his status as one of the greatest players in Falcons history. 4. Julio Jones, 2011. Julio Jones is one of the most dominant wide receivers in NFL history. His combination of size, speed, and hands made him a nightmare for defenses. A 7-time Pro Bowler and 2-time All-Pro, Jones consistently put up staggering numbers and provided countless highlight reel plays. His tenure with the Falcons solidified him as one of the greatest receivers of his generation. Jones' ability to make spectacular catches in crucial moments set him apart from his peers. His performance in the 2016 Super Bowl, where he made an unbelievable sideline catch, is just one example of his incredible talent. Jones' work ethic and dedication to his craft earned him the respect of teammates and opponents alike. Despite battling injuries throughout his career, his production and impact on the field never waned, making him a cornerstone of the Falcons' offense for nearly a decade. 3. Deion Sanders, 1989-19, 993 Deion Primetime. Sanders is arguably the most electrifying player to ever don a Falcons uniform, even if he didn't finish his NFL career in one. The now Colorado football head coach was a two-sport star excelling in both football and baseball, who even played for the Atlanta Braves. Sanders' time with the Falcons was characterized by his incredible speed, agility, and playmaking ability. He was a shutdown cornerback and an exceptional return specialist. Sanders' impact went beyond just his play on the field, though. He brought a swagger and charisma that drew fans to the stadium and made the Falcons one of the more fun teams to watch during his time there. His ability to change the game in an instant, whether through a pivotal interception or a dazzling punt return, made him one of the most feared and respected players of his era. Sanders' tenure with the Falcons was marked by numerous memorable moments, including his famous high-step touchdown celebrations that became his signature move. His sense of flash and flair also brought a collaboration of modern-day hip-hop and football together in the ATL. 2. Tommy Nobis, 1966-1976, known as Mr. Falcon. Tommy Nobis was the franchise's first-ever draft pick. A linebacker who defined toughness, Nobis was a 5-time Pro Bowler and a 2-time All-Pro. His impact on the field was immediate, earning NFL Rookie of the Year honors in 1966. Nobis remains a beloved figure in Falcons history for his leadership and tenacity. Nobis' contributions to the Falcons were not limited to his individual accolades. He was the anchor of the defense during the formative years of the franchise, setting a standard of excellence and work ethic that future generations of Falcons would strive to emulate. His ability to read offenses, make crucial tackles, and lead by example made him a cornerstone of the team's early success. Even after his playing days, Nobis remained involved with the Falcons organization, further cementing his legacy as a true icon of the franchise. 1. Matt Ryan, 2008-2021. Matt Ryan set virtually every passing record for the Falcons. Matty Ice led the team to a Super Bowl appearance in the 2016 season, earning NFL MVP honors that year. Known for his consistency, leadership, and ability to perform. In clutch situations, Ryan is the Falcons' all-time leader in passing yards 59,735 and touchdowns 367. Ryan's impact on the Falcons goes beyond the statistics. His calm demeanor and ability to lead the team through both triumphs and adversities made him a respected figure in the locker room and among fans. Ryan's connection with receivers like Julio Jones and Roddy White produced some of the most prolific passing offenses in the NFL. Ryan's commitment to the team and the city of Atlanta has solidified his status as the greatest player in Falcons history. Honorable mentions: while these 10 players stand out, other notable Falcons include tight end Tony Gonzalez, running back Warrick Dunn, and defensive end John Abraham. Each of these players made significant contributions to the franchise's history and success. Gonzalez, one of the greatest tight ends in NFL history, spent the final years of his illustrious career with the Falcons. His consistent production and leadership helped elevate the Falcons' offense and provided a reliable target for Ryan. Dunn, known for his elusive running style and versatility, was a key contributor to the Falcons' offense in the mid-2000s. His ability to make plays both as a runner and a receiver added a dynamic element to the team's attack. Abraham was one of the most prolific pass rushers in Falcons history and was a consistent threat to opposing quarterbacks. He had 68, 5 sacks in his Atlanta career. His ability to get to the quarterback and disrupt plays was a crucial part of the Falcons' defense during his tenure. And now, Dirty Birds fan, I want to hear from you. What's your opinion on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments. I don't know if you know this, but your opinion matters a lot for Dirty Birds. I'll be back any moment with more Dirty Birds news. ATL, rise up.